For the first time in Canadian history and the Canadian Forces, Ottawa pays a well-deserved tribute to the Latin American soldiers who enrolled in the Canadian Forces to participate and sacrifice their life in the First and Second World Wars for the freedom and the peace that now we all enjoy. This tribute begins with the Field of Sacrifice exhibit that is taking place at the 55 Art Gallery here downtown Ottawa.
It is a great privilege for me to represent the Canadian Armed Forces today at this important unveiling of the Fields of Sacrifice exhibit, which honors the legacy of Latin Americans who have chosen to volunteer and serve Canada in the First and Second World Wars. Diversity is so important to the Canadian Armed Forces. It gives us a sense of great strength and great pride. It helps make Canada the great country that it is today. And we honor the legacy of service and of sacrifice of all of those who have chosen to wear our uniform and fight for our core values, such as inclusion and courage. Those stories are reflected in this gallery, and we are honored to be present today to honor their service and their sacrifice.
Hola, my name is Captain Terry Hunter. I'm a Training Development Officer with the Canadian Armed Forces. With me is my wife, Gladys Gutera Hunter, originally from Lima, Peru. I'm wearing the uniform today of a sergeant in the 13th Battalion, Royal Highlanders of Canada, the Black Watch, Canadian Expeditionary Force from the First World War. My wife is wearing the uniform of a sergeant in the Canadian Women's Army Corps during the Second World War. We're both very proud to be here today to commemorate the Latin American soldiers, sailors, airmen who served with the Canadian Expeditionary Force during the First World War and the Second World War. I was very surprised to really learn of how much participation there actually was from Latin America with Canada's endeavors during the Great War and the Second World War. It was very much an honor for me and my wife to participate with you today to learn of the sacrifices that these immigrants made to Canada, to Great Britain, and to many areas during the Second World War, other countries, in their sacrifice to give us the freedoms that we all know today.
Good day, my name is Adriana, Corporal Adriana Bejarano. I come from the base of Paraguay. I come to this exhibition because it's important to me, as my background is, my ethnicity is Latino Americana, and it's important, especially as a woman, to, I'm very proud to represent specifically my parents' background from Ecuador, that I'm very proud to be serving as in the Canadian Armed Forces, and I just wish to extend this invitation to all the women that it's now being known that it's a great thing to be serving and be proud, and I just hope that this is something that continues generation to generation. And thank you so much for this opportunity, and thank you to all the people that put this together. It's so appreciated. Thank you.
Good day. This is Captain Rhaegar Salas from the Canadian Armed Forces. Today I would like to invite you to come to the Fields of Sacrifice photographic exhibition that this is being done for the first time in Canada. It recounts the many stories of those heroes, of those Latin Americans that came to Canada voluntarily, joined the Canadian Armed Forces, wore the Canadian military uniform, and fought for our freedom, the freedom of Canada, Latin American, and the world.
For some unknown reasons, history has forgotten about these soldiers. So as the Canadian government and the Canadian Forces, knowing the fact that these soldiers participated and sacrificed their life on a voluntary basis. But thanks to the initiative and investigation of Captain Rhaegar Salas, an active member of the Canadian Forces of Guatemalan origin, the well-deserved tribute will be possible. On October 17, for the very first time in Canadian history, an historic tribute will be taking place at the National Military Cemetery, where government officials such the Chief of Canadian National Defense as well as the Prime Minister of Canada, are expected to attend. I'm Danilo Velasquez in the city of Ottawa for Quienes, Somos.